Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video we shall be discussing our next type, which is the slope-intercept form, right? Now what is the situation? The situation is that we are given with one slope and an intercept of a line. These two things are known to us. Okay, fine. Now you might be thinking, what is this term intercepts? So let's first have a look at this term. What is intercept? So I say, by definition, what is it? It is the horizontal or the vertical distance from either the x-axis or the y-axis that is known as intercept. So clearly you can see two cases. In the first case, we are having this line L, right? This line meets the y-axis at some point here, right, having coordinates 0, c. Fine. So what is the x distance here? It is particularly 0. Fine, there no problem in that. And the y distance is this c, correct? So for this c here, we have this point 0, c. So with this vertical distance from origin to the point where the line meets the y-axis, right, this much distance, that is known as the y-intercept, and it is a vertical distance from origin to the line. Fine. And in the second case, we have another line which now meets x-axis at some point here, which is having coordinates d, 0. Now it is quite clear that it meets x-axis, so the y coordinate has to be 0. Fine. So here you can clearly see that the horizontal distance from origin to this point is small d, right? And we call this d as what? The x-intercept. This is known as the x-intercept, and it is the horizontal distance between origin to that particular point. I hope this concept of intercept is clear to you. This is nothing but the distance, right? So once you are clear with this thing, now we are given the slope and the intercept of the line. Now how do we have our equation of line? This is the next question. So for that, let's discuss these two cases one by one. In the first case, we are having a y-intercept. We are calling it by the letter c, and we are having the slope, which we are calling by the letter small m as usual, right? So you see, for this y-intercept c, you can write down the coordinates of the point as 0, c, as we have seen previously, and the slope. So basically you can conclude from here that we have a slope and we have a point. So you can use the previously studied form, point slope form, where you have one point and one slope with you. So using that, what was the equation? Y minus y1 is equals to mx minus x1, correct? Where this y1 and x1 are the coordinates of the point given to you, and m was the slope. So here, substituting the values of point as 0 and c here and the slope m here, and simplifying, you get the equation y is equals to mx plus c. So this is the slope intercept form when y-intercept is given to you. Fine, we have to learn this thing. In the second case, we have the same case. Now instead of y-intercept, we are now given the x-intercept. We are calling it by small d, and the slope small m is given to us. Now again, we would have the slope m with us, and the point would change here. It would become d, 0, right, instead of 0, c. So you see, using again the point slope form, we would have our equation as the point is d, 0, and the slope is m, and we have the equation form as y minus y1 is equals to mx minus x1. So particularly putting the values here of these three terms, we are getting this term y is equals to mx minus t. So this is the equation when x-intercept along with the slope is given to us. So again, we have to remember both of these equations as formulas. Fine. So I hope this form is clear to you. What is the slope intercept form, and how do we reach at the equation using two things, slope and intercept of a when slope and intercept of a particular line is given to us. Fine. Now to make the picture more clear, let's look at this question. In this question, they are saying that we are given, we have to calculate the equation of line when tan theta is given to you as 1 by 2. Now most of the students just have a fear of this theta. Whenever see this theta, they say the question is too hard for us to solve. Instead, it is nothing but tan theta, is m, so basically m is given to you. In other words, it is tan theta, fine. And moreover, we are in the first part given y-intercept as -3/2, and in the second part we are given x-intercept as 4. So these are nothing but formula based questions, so they are very simple. Let's have a look at their solution. So m is equal to 1 by 2 is given, and in the first case the value of c is given to us as -3/2. The important thing here is to identify, is it c or d, right? So once you identify it clearly and you know which formula to apply, it becomes very easy for you to solve the question, fine. So using the slope intercept form, which is y is equals to mx plus c when y-intercept is given to you, substituting the values and simplifying, you have this as your solution, fine. And in the second case, when you put the value of m is equals to 1 by 2 and d is 4, so for this d you have y is equals to mx minus d as your equation. So substituting the values of m and d into this equation, simplifying a bit, this becomes your equation. So these two are the equations in for part 1 and part 2, fine. So I hope this question is clear to you and this topic is as well clear to you. Well, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching.